Today's build, we are taking Warlocks out the grenade category and we are putting them inside the melee category. As y'all can see, I am going through this -40 conquest with the modifier stuff with ease, shredding through these enemies with no care in the world. And yes, you can use this in -50 content as well. It's a little bit harder. You gotta be a little bit more, precise with your timing of using your melees and stuff and when to go all out. But you can use this in hardened content. Okay, now in today's build we are using the exotic, obviously, Winter's Guile. This makes it that our melee get juiced up to dumb damage while we're getting melee kills or finisher moves to get stacks. It can go to 10 stacks, and then when you get maxed out stacks, you can spam your melee non-stop to destroy the enemies in the room with like 400% melee increased damage. Okay, y'all asked me to make a lightning surge build for this since I had did it on Void, so that's what I did for you guys. Okay, this will be my last Warlock build, by the way, and I will do like a best Warlock builds to have because I did a lot of them. So don't worry, look out for that video so you know what's the best build to use for Warlocks for each subclass. Anyway, the stats you want to go for in this build is 200 melee, obviously, so if you can bump it up to 200, go for it. Then you want to go for 100 class, and that's about it. Just 200 melee and 100 class. Whatever else you decide to pour into, up to you. You can go 100 weapons, so your weapons do some more damage. But yeah, I do recommend having some actual. I know some of y'all hate this, but I actually recommend having some health stat in this build because then you can just pick up the orb power that's near you and get a chunk of your health back while you're mowing through enemies with your melees, making infinite orbs all day. Okay, so I recommend having some health stat. You don't need to pour into it, but having some in there will help you with survivability. The armor set we're running is Exodus down so that we have some damage resistance while we're running this build. So get that finisher move off because you will be doing finisher moves a lot. You get some stacks and then go crazy with that extra damage reduction on you. I think gameplay loop that people forget about with Winter Gal is finisher moves give you 3 stacks of melee damage increase in this build. So you want to finish a move a lot, not try to get your stacks from just melee kills, but finisher moves help you get that bar very quick instead of getting 1 stack per melee kill, right? And then also too, if you're in like team environments with your friends and stuff, finisher moves make sure you isolate the enemy to make sure you get your stacks outside of the your friends who maybe killing enemies too quick and stuff, right? So make sure you utilize the finisher moves in this build. I'm using Monte Carlo to help us get our melees back as quick as possible whenever we don't have Transcendence ready or our Song of Flame ready. So make sure you abuse Monte Carlo. Every time you shoot with it, you get melee energy, and sometimes you kill enemies with it, you get a full melee charge back. And you can stab people with it, and the stab with the catalyst does get buffed up by Winter Gal as well, so it will be doing dumb damage to enemies as well. So make sure you use the knife on this gun as well. Then your heavy and special build whatever you want. I chose motif so I can get some attrition orbs going, some more orbs out there for myself. And then your rocket launch build whatever you want. I just chose this because of anti-barrier. I will recommend a dark rocket launcher, stasis, or strand to help with the darkness build in this darkness build up in this build, because you will be getting your light up quicker than your darkness, so just help it out a little bit more. Artifact, we use the Tab of the Ruin as the old reliable. 2 shreds for the Wolf and Male hotspots in this build. Defibrillating blast so that we can do some bolt charges, obviously, because we will be using lightning surge non-stop, so we're always gonna have bolt charges on us. We have on Horror Shuttle so that our threat and sever people for the shreds for the Wolf and Male hotspots. We have on Malign Harvest, so whenever we apply a weaken for our Vortex Grenade or Transcendence Grenade, we'll get a Void Overshield. Have on Flash Over to make them bolt charges do even more damage, and we get M5 whenever we get max charges. Again, you're going to be having bolt charges non-stop because you're spamming Lightning Surge, and Lightning Surge get amplified and a bolt charge every time you use it. So, again, we're going to be spamming bolt charges in this build. Dielectric on, you jolt people with Lightning Surge, so this gives more stacks of bolt charge. Don't worry about the second part, that does not apply here in this artifact. And then we have on Photonic Flare, so whenever somebody is severed and we kill them with Lightning Surge, we do a blind explosion in the room, making it easier for us to get even more kills with Lightning Surge out them fighting back. Okay. Subclass, rocking Song of Flame, obviously, so that we get restoration with Facet of Purpose. But also too, we do buff up the snap damage with Winter Gal, so Song of Flame can abuse that as well. Phoenix Dive, Arcane Needle, so we get 3 melee charges, so we can spam the Lightning Surge non-stop. Vortex Grenade, again, throw your Vortex Grenade, weaken somebody, and immediately get a Void Overshield for yourself. We have on Weaver's Call. This is how we're going to be severing enemies for the Wolf and Male in this build. And then we have on Lightning Surge that give us Amplified and Bolt Charge as we spam it non-stop. Okay. Fragments. We are running Faster to Hope. So now we got multiple stacks of elemental buffs on us. We'll get our class ability back quicker. We have on Faster to Balance. Very important. Rapidly defeating targets with light damage grant melee energy. We're gonna be we kill them with light damage because we're gonna be always lightning surging, killing a group of enemies. So this helps you get your melee back quicker. So you always have a non-stop regen on your melee charges for your Arcane Needle, so you can spam lightning surges non-stop. Faster to Dominance, so that our Vortex Grenade weaken for the Void Overshield. Same thing with Transcendence Grenade, it will be weakening as well. So that's why we got that. Faster Perfect for Restoration, like I said. Facet of Courage, some people sleep on this. This makes it that your Arc, Solar, and Void abilities deal increased damage to targets inflicted by a Darkness debuff. We will be severing and unraveling everybody in the room. So this makes it that our Arc ability, aka Lightning Surge, do more damage. If it was grenade damage and Vortex Grenade. Vortex Grenades, or grenades in general, only get buffed up by 10% when it comes to this fragment right here. But melee abilities, like Lightning Surge, get buffed up by 50%. So this is very important because it buffs up your damage, your melee damage a lot, okay? And then we have on Facet of Awakening, we will be killing multiple people with light damage. So this is going to be making an Ionic Trace for us to help with that regen time on our melee even more, so we can spam Lightning Surge non-stop, okay? Mods, we have on Hands On, so we got super back quicker for, obviously, Song of Flame. We have on one Super Font, so that we can get more uptime on our super. And then we got a Harmonic Siphon because I didn't have enough energy. But if you do go with a minor melee mod, you can put on another super font just so that you can get your Song of Flame back quicker. I did say you can pour your third stat into whatever you want, but I would recommend 200 melee stat, 100 class stat, and then 100 super stat, so you can spam your Song of Flame even more often, okay? Probably go like 105 class stat, just so you get that 50% damage resistance whenever you show class ability, okay? 3 heavy handed in our arm piece so that we can make an aura power every time we do use our Lightning Surge. Again, help you make aura so you pick them up for health with your health stat, and also too, you can hurry up and get that extras down, finish your move off for that free 30% damage resistance on in the build 24/7. Have a melee damage resistance in our chest piece because we always gonna be melee people close quarters. This makes it that enemies do less damage to you whenever you're 5 meters close to them, and we all can be 5 meters close to enemies from melee. And then you just got your other resist mods based on whatever activity you're doing. Leg piece we got on Insulation, so I pick up Aura's Power, which we're making all day because of heavy-handed. Insulation gives some class ability energy, so I can spam threatlings out there to sever everybody and do some unraveling and whatnot. Invigoration, obviously, so we get some more melee energy. And then Absolution to get some ability energy for our class ability, melee energy, and grenade energy. Reaper, so whenever we spam Phoenix Dive and kill somebody, we have Aura Power out there. Special Finisher, so we ever need more special ammo, but this just basically the proc exits down. And then we got Proximity Ward on. Again, you want to finish a move a lot in this build to get stacks of Winter Gal for your melee to spam Lightning Surge. So I wanted to make sure we have an overshields whenever we finish a move people, so we have some type of safety whenever we're going for them finishing moves. To give you a Void Overshield on top of you so that enemies can't kill you while you're in the middle of your finishing move animation. So this is very important in this build. That's the full build, guys. Again, this is my last build for Warlocks. Okay, I'm moving on to Titans now. I will drop a recap video of like what's the best builds for Warlocks and what video to check out for those builds. But yeah, man, this is the melee build for Warlocks instead of the grenade build. And I know there's other iterations of prismatics for Warlocks, but to me it'll just come off as redundant. Getaway Artist is the best one. I could be like, hey, this can give you free Devour with filaments and then play the same gameplay loop over and over again, but that's just a waste of time, okay? So hope you guys enjoyed this arc of Warlocks. Titans, it's y'all time, okay? Love you guys, appreciate you guys always, and until next time, stay up.